All right, let's talk about financial freedom. Right. Ever since I moved to Canada, one of the things that has been on my mind is achieving financial freedom at a young age so I can travel the world. That is the dream, when you're living a third world country, going to the first world, all you want to do is achieve a level of financial freedom that you can take care of your parents as an immigrant, and also not have to work as hard as you have to do. It's very difficult being a first generation immigrant, the things that you have to go through in life, but it is what it is. It's a journey and a path that we choose, and we're grateful to have it. But as I've been on this journey, I've learned a lot of things, I've seen a lot of things, I've heard a lot of things. I've read a bunch of books on the topic of financial freedom. And the one thing that I've realized is it's a game. It's a game. You have to have a lot of understanding of how money works in order to become financially free. But also you need to have an understanding of yourself in terms of what does it mean to be financially free. For a lot of people, myself included, it's when we were growing up, we were told, go to school, get a degree, get a good paying job, work your way to executive, and the rest is sorted. But the more I've looked at it, the more you start to look at, young people with a lot of money who have the financial freedom and have the ability to do the things they want to do. I take, for example, if you look at the Taylor Swift, you sit there and you're like, wow, it must be nice having other problems other than money, not wondering where your next meal is going to come from, not wondering how you're going to pay rent, right? And achieving financial freedom is something that is a lifetime goal for me, for a lot of people out there, and for you watching this video. So I'm going to share with you my thoughts on how we can achieve financial freedom in our lifetime, and also some of the opportunities that are out there in today's world that you might not know or you might know. So the very first thing is, when it comes to anything financial, money follows value. So you have to understand the concept of value. So the reason we were told go to school, get a degree, get a job, was it's go to school so you can become valuable. So whatever you study, it then becomes your value point. So for example, if you study engineering, your knowledge is valuable to anyone who's into engineering. So they'll pay you in order to do engineering work. They don't pay you for you, they pay you for what you know and the information you've acquired and the potential that you have to do a job perfectly for them. So with that said, you have to understand money follows value. So if you want to be financially free, you need to understand the concept of value. How valuable are you? How valuable are your ideas? How valuable is your time? How valuable is everything? Having you in a network, in someone's network, how valuable is that? And then the second thing, you have to define what financial freedom means for you. Does it mean not going to work anymore? For me, that's what it means, like not having to have a boss. That's when I'm financially free. There's a term that they have, like, my goal is to have that fuck you money. The type of money whereby if someone is like, you cannot go attend your daughter or your son's or your nephew's play or sports game because you need rent, you want to have that fuck you money where you're like, I'm sorry, I know my mama watches these videos, but you want to have that F you money that you tell someone, go to hell, man, type of money. Then you're financially free. It's a feat that very few people achieve, and it's very scary to pursue because rarely do you make that type of money working a 9 to 5. However, there are people out there who have achieved this, through avenues like real estate and nowadays through crypto. Imagine if you invested $1,000 into Bitcoin in 2011, today you'll be a millionaire, so that type of thing. And that's a level of financial freedom that I want, and I'm hoping that you guys want too. So with that said, I guess the main questions you'll be asking yourself is, how do I achieve financial freedom? So the one thing is, you want to become valuable, and to an extent whereby if you can make 50K a month, that type of value, then you're able to save. The next thing is, you want to be able to save So if you can leave, they say if you can leave off 30% of your income and save and invest the other 70%, that will eventually result in you becoming financially free. But you have to study and you have to do your research in terms of those investments and what to do, because the last thing you want to have is 100,000 just sitting in your bank account and with nothing to do, especially that you've been programmed to work. So you want to know the type of investments you can do. You can look into stocks, but things like stocks will, depending on what you choose, you can lose your money. So you want to look at things like ETFs. You want to look at things like tax-free savings account here in Canada. I know they have them all over the world in different names, but you want to look into those things. The other thing you want to be is disciplined, man. Being free, freedom, the sense of being free is there's a price to it, and that price is discipline. Discipline will result in any type of freedom. If you want to be free in terms of your health, you have to have a disciplined diet. You have to discipline sleep ethic, disciplined work ethic. So you have to be disciplined and you have to be patient. And also you have to understand, you have to think strategically in everything that you do. This world is full of sharks, and if there's anything they are ready to do is to pounce. The concept of the rich get richer and the poor get poor. You don't want to be in the bracket that gets poor. You want to be in the bracket that goes up and achieves financial freedom, especially at a young age. So the things that I would suggest for you is look into investing, look into value addition, look into discipline. What does discipline mean for you? Have an understanding of what your financial snapshot is going to be. How much do you want to make a month for you to be free? And then invest in assets that can give you that. So for example, if you say my lifestyle will cost me $10,000 a month, then the question you have to be asking is, which assets can I create that can generate $10,000 a month for me to not work for nobody anymore, but work and do projects that I love, that help enhance humanity, man. Think about how a guy like Elon Musk goes, man, I think it would be nice if we can go to space and whatever. And the last thing he has to think about is food. The last thing he has to think about is rent. And it's all about ideas, and you're in a space of sharing ideas. That's something that I envy. That's something that I wish for, that I could achieve, like having that type of money in your bank account, that your ideas can mean something, not to live your life every day wondering like, man, can I pursue this dream? Can I write that book? Man, I have to go to work because rent is due, and my landlord doesn't care that you're a dreamer or you're an ambitious person. So financial freedom is one of those things that I really value, and I put a high on a pedestal, like, because I think when you have to work because you want to work, it's a different mindset. It's a different approach to your work rather than when you have to work to survive. I think there's a difference in that, because when you work to survive, it's like you're leeching off people and you're just trying to take so that you can give somewhere else. And at the end of the day, you feel really bummed because most of your money seems to be going to bills, and rather than staying in your bank account, you always want to feel as if you're progressing. So anyway, other ways you can make money these days is online. You can make money. You can start a YouTube channel. You can do online courses, or you can start looking into things like cryptocurrencies. I do believe there's the kind of like Bitcoin, things like Ethereum, things like the one recent I've been seeing on Twitter, Dogecoin and stuff like that. You want to look into those things and see how you can invest. The high risky, they're very risky avenues, but those are avenues in which you can make some money or lose a lot of money. So do those at your own peril. But there are many ways in 2021 that we can make a lot of money and also be able to achieve our goals. So let me know in the comment section what you think about financial freedom, what you guys are doing, what your plans are. Don't go into detail because there are creeps here on the internet, but just highlight like what are your thoughts and how you're going. I'll also leave some links to different platforms that I use to help me make some money that you guys can follow and use as well. With that being said, it's been your boy. I'll see y'all next week.